It's only one game, but the Toronto Raptors looked different in their season-opening victory against the Atlanta Hawks. As you likely know by now, they scored an opening night franchise record 138 points, and that point total stands as the highest in regulation among all teams as of this recording. Both their starting five and their bench were stellar, and both ends of the floor were dominated on, especially during a crucial run late in the game. Toronto used a 14-0 run to end the third frame to extend a 9-point advantage to 23, which made the game a runaway. Toronto never let the Hawks get within 20 in the fourth, as they took over and never looked back, exactly what a contending caliber team tends to do. The starting five all scored at least 13 points, and they were led by former New York Knick Barrett, who posted 25, 8, 5, and 2 on 9 for 12 shooting from the floor, 2 for 4 shooting from distance, and 5 for 5 shooting from the foul line. RJ knocking down his free throws is huge, and how he played either with or without the ball in his hands looked seamless against Atlanta. Barrett's shot mechanics looked smoother than ever as the former number 3 overall pick out of Duke let it fly without hesitation and was mixing up beastly drives with those deep-range attempts fluidly. Scottie Barnes didn't attempt a three-point shot, which I love, as he was constantly posting up or putting his head down and penetrating all night long. That's exactly how he thrives. Scottie did mix in the occasional mid-ranger, but his 22 points were mostly generated on looks from the inside, which is a great sign. The field goal percentage for Barnes is going to be sky high if his shot chart continues to look like it did in Atlanta. You can't forget Barnes was one assist ahead of another key table setter in this one in Immanuel Quickley for the most dimes on the Raps in their first of 82. Barnes also led the team in blocks with 2 swatted shots, as he continues to show himself as one of the better passers and defenders in the association. After missing the final 56 games of the 2024-25 campaign, Ingram's first outing back wasn't the highest scoring or the most efficient showing, as he only dropped 16 points on 7 for 16 shooting, but he had moments where he looked overpowering for the Hawks defense. Don't forget, Ingram snagged a team-high 9 rebounds, snatched a team-high 2 steals, and was a plus 14, which was the highest among Toronto starters. That said, despite it being just a 16-point showing, I love the way Ingram is fitting into this Darko Rajakovic coach system. He's not forcing anything, as he's scoring within the flow of the offense when it swings to him. Ingram's high release point with his length is looking almost impossible to contest, as like he said, when he's right, there's no one in the league that can stop him. While it's only been a game, Ingram's looking damn comfortable in Raptor threads. Gradey Dick was maybe the best storyline of anyone from the opener, as the man went off for 21 points off the pine in just 24 minutes of action. The third-year man out of Kansas is looking fresh to begin his 2025-26 campaign, as he was scoring from all 3 levels with a seemingly more polished mid-range game. He shot 2 of 4 from distance in the opener, and I could see Gradey greatly improving upon the 35% clip he put up in his second year and the 36% clip he put up in his rookie campaign. All signs point to the Dick bouncing back from his sophomore slump. Ochai Agbaji, another product of Kansas, was outstanding defensively in this one, as his ability to provide help when necessary, whether it was trapping a player or merely flying over for a secondary rotation contest, was extremely intimidating. He was 0 for 3 from distance on the other end and didn't really come close to making one, but the ferocity he played with was certainly appreciated by Coach Darko. Post-game, Rajakovic gifted Ochai with the Cobra, which is what Toronto's coaching staff has given out to their team's star defensive talent in wins. The only man higher in plus-minus than the last 2 players we just talked about in Gradey and Ochai was off-season signing Sandro Mamukelashvili. Mamu was a game-high plus 21, as the man is a spark plug with his floor spacing, read and react passing chops, rebounding, and shot blocking. He's a versatile threat I couldn't forget to talk about. Sandro's presence off the bench completely changed the energy of the game. His ability to stretch the floor at 6'10", make quick decisions in the short roll, and defend multiple spots gave Toronto a level of versatility they've been missing. Mamu's chemistry with guards and pick-and-pop action stood out immediately. He opened the paint for drives while keeping Atlanta's bigs honest from the mid-range. Defensively, he communicated well, rotated early, and held his ground against the Hawks' frontcourt. What made his night so impressive wasn't just the plus 21 plus-minus, it was the calm, unselfish, and high IQ brand of basketball he brought to a bench unit that's looking more cohesive than it's been in years. But what really separated this Toronto Raptors team from the one we've seen in recent seasons was the collective composure. Every time Atlanta tried to cut the lead, Toronto responded with poise, a patient possession, a defensive stand, or a timely bucket from someone new. The second unit's energy carried through every rotation. Darko Rajakovic's system is finally clicking in full rhythm. Constant movement, early passes, and everyone touching the ball. The Raptors tallied 36 assists on 54 made field goals. That's elite ball sharing and speaks volumes about their chemistry. The days of predictable ISO possessions feel like a thing of the past. This version of the Raptors plays with a connective, confident flow that feels sustainable. Immanuel Quickley deserves credit for that too. He may not have led the team in scoring, but he controlled the pace beautifully. His 8 assists to just 3 turnovers were the backbone of Toronto's offensive rhythm. Quickley's dribble penetration forced collapses that freed shooters, while his defensive hustle set the tone early. When your lead guard is setting the example with intensity on both sides, everyone else follows suit. And now that the Raptors have more depth and balance, Quickley's natural feel for when to push the tempo or when to slow it down makes this offense hum. He's turning into the steadying force Toronto's needed for years. Ultimately, what we saw in this opener wasn't just a hot shooting night. In fact, it was the opposite of that, as the Raptors shot just 24% from three-point range. Instead, this game displayed a team with an identity. A team that knows who it wants to be. Barrett looked comfortable as a lead scorer. Barnes attacked with confidence. Ingram fit seamlessly into the offense, and the bench brought energy and execution. Toronto looked confident, connected, and balanced. All the things you want from a group that's been searching for direction. If this is the foundation they're building on, the Raptors might not just look different, they might be different. The poise, the depth, and the trust are there. And if they keep playing like this, that 138-point statement win might just be the first of many, many reminders that Toronto basketball is back on the rise.
Let's go! There we go! Hell yeah! I got too excited. All right, Cobra, okay? We think that player that changed the game today, that brought energy on defensive end, that did a hell of a job, Ochai. Everybody tonight, we got a new chain. Look at this. Look at this. This is upgraded version right here. This one goes to RJ tonight. Let's get it.